What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting a new series. It might not be a monthly one, but I'm going to try to, but called Is It Worth the Hype? And today's disc is the Doomsday Rot. So let's see, is it worth the hype?
Grip it, rip it, watch it fly. J-Mo Disco, let's ride.
Alrighty guys, so like I said, we're going to start a new series called Is It Worth the Hype? Basically, I'm going to do discs that you hear a lot about before the release date, and then they sell out quick. Like, there's plenty of discs that I can name right now, like MVP disc, Discraft disc, Doomsday disc, a lot of other ones that are very popular. So what I'm going to do is, as somebody that's an amateur and a slower arm speed, not necessarily beginner, but I can kind of relate to beginners. I'm going to take a disc that might be worth the hype, even if it's crazy overstable, that maybe people might recommend to you. But I'm going to take that disc, and then I'm going to play a couple holes with it and do a distance hole, and then I'll give you my opinion. Is it worth the hype? And that's kind of the whole series. So leave comments down below of maybe some discs that I could get in future videos, and then I'll see if I can make them work. But today's is the Doomsday Rot. The Doomsday over the last year or two has gotten a lot of hype. I didn't know about them until about a couple years ago, and then the Rot kind of came, and it's, I believe, 2401. I'll throw up the actual numbers if that's wrong. But we're going to, like I said, play a couple holes, do a distance hole, and then I'll give you my final opinion. But hole one here, roughly about 200 feet on the other side of that bump sign, but you'll be hopefully be able to see the flight though. Well, I didn't throw it necessarily towards the hole, but it's not terrible. So, overall, like I said, it's got a good flight so far. Let's go see how it does with putting. Alrighty. So I believe this is inbounds. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to call it inbounds just for the video because I don't feel like figuring all that out. But flight-wise, not terrible. Got pin high. Honestly, maybe if I'd have put a little bit more hyzer on it, because it doesn't seem it's not super stable. So it does seem like it could be a good disc, but let's see how it does on outside of circle one putting. Well, I put it on way too much hyzer and kind of floated it up there. But honestly, it does got a good bit of glide to it, so I think it could be a definite circle two putter for me if I wanted to. Let's go try one more hole and then try a distance competition with it. Alrighty, so far I know it can hold pretty straight. Just I kind of grip locked it a little bit, that was my fault. But it does hold pretty straight, has a nice subtle fade. But now let's see this hole. You know I love to go over the baseball field here. So now we're gonna see how does it do on hyzer, and see if we can make it hopefully work. Oh, right under the basket. Oh, wow. I'm not going to lie, that really was good. I didn't think I got it. I didn't think I got enough height on it, but that was pretty good. So yeah. So that's it's definitely good. It's definitely good on hyzer. So let's go into the distance competition. Before that, let's get a word from our sponsor. Alrighty. So just a little bit about our sponsor today is Dotson Disc. They sent me out this disc. I talked to them, tried to plan something out, but they have so many more discs like this. They have Doomsday. I think they still have some Clash, and they get Trash Panda, and they get so many other brands that if you want to go check them out, a link will be down in the description along with my discount code JMO. That is capital JMO. And I promise you, you won't want to get it. And also, they're a dog-owned company, so they love dogs. So if you love dogs and you love disc golf, I promise you, you're not going to want to regret supporting them and also supporting me by using my discount code. But with all that being said, thanks to Dotson for sponsoring this. Let's get back into the video. Alrighty, so last little thing here, we're going to do a distance competition. I've got my phone with UDisc to kind of help measure it out, but I believe this basket is roughly about maybe 250, I think. I could be wrong. I'll throw up the actual thing up at the top here. I do know it's a par 3, but we're going to try to get one good throw just to see how much distance I can get out here with it. So let's see if we can, who knows, maybe 300, probably not, but let's just see. Not terrible, probably definitely not even close to 300 feet, but yeah, well, let's go see how far. Alrighty, so basically, if you can see right up there at the top, 229 feet, it said give or take 16 feet. So I'm like, you could say roughly almost 240, which is not terrible. Definitely, I definitely like it. Now, am I going for distance shots with it? Not necessarily. This seems like the kind of disc that would be like, I'm trying to just have it straight with a subtle fade kind of thing. Definitely could make the bag for next year. I think my bag is kind of already set. I've made some small changes since my updated in the bag video that I put out a couple months ago, but not many has changed since then. But this could definitely make a run for the bag. Putting wise, I would probably get it in a different plastic. I think this one's a little bit more of a somewhat premium plastic, but I would say overall not a terrible disc. Highly recommend it. The Doomsday Rot. I think the idea came from Ed Hoffman, one of the local guys around here in Shelby County. I think he's putting with the Rot. Ed, if you're watching this, leave a comment down below if you are or not. But I believe he is, and ever since I kind of held one of the putters that he had, I kind of wanted to get used to it. And so I honestly, like I said, I like it, and I know he likes it. I think a lot of others. So the question of the video, is it worth the hype? I'd say yeah. I think the Rot is definitely a very, very good putter. If you have a chance to go get one, I know Dotson, I believe, still has some on their website. But yeah, you can use discount code JMO to go get some. I think 10% is what my discount code is, so you can get some money off. And then let them know I sent you over there from the video. But with all that being said, thanks to all my sponsors, and thanks to High Disc Golf. I'm now back being part of their team after taking a little bit of hiatus. But thanks to all of them. Thanks to High Disc Golf. Thanks to Dotson for sponsoring the video. And with all that, I'll see y'all on the course.
Welcome to J-Mo Disc Golf. Sun coming up on the fairway line. Bag full of